In 1933, one of the most notorious leaders of the modern era rose to power in a humiliated nation, rallying the people and creating the most formidable military power ever seen, but at a great cost. This is the story of a man named Adolf and the rise and fall of his empire. The story begins with the Weimar Republic. Prior to the time of the Nazis, this governing body ruled Germany under a fragile and unsuccessful parliamentary system. Under the leadership of its first president, Friedrich Ebert, and later Paul von Hindenburg, the Weimar Republic failed to provide for the people and for the country's financial and socio-economic needs. This inability was primarily caused by the Treaty of Versailles, inundating Germany with massive reparation payments while stealing large tracts of their mineral wealth and industrial lands. This in turn contracted the German economy and caused a massive inflation of their currency. Where a cup of coffee cost about 5,000 marks, and to buy 1 ounce of gold was trillions of more marks than it was years before. And in addition to all of that, unemployment in Germany was through the roof. Die Führer. Throughout the time of the Weimar Republic, Adolf Hitler played a major role in German politics and had many close ties with high-ranking officials.
Dieser zu dienen, für sie Opfer zu bringen, muss der Wille jedes deutschen Mannes, jeder deutschen Frau sein.
The political and financial failure of the Weimar, especially in regards to the Treaty of Versailles, made way for the National Socialist German Workers' Party, more commonly known as the Nazi Party.
Ich habe hier eines zu erklären, die Herren haben ganz recht.
Hitler expressed great outrage and dissatisfaction with the ineffective parliamentary government of Germany and was a strong supporter of socialist and fascist ideas.
Die große Zeit ist jetzt angebrochen. Deutschland ist nun erwacht. Die Macht haben wir nun in Deutschland gewonnen.
Hitler was known as an amazing and charismatic orator and professional MC, and possessed exemplary leadership skills which allowed him to garner a very wide support base.
I'll confront Carr here. Röhm and his men wait here. We surround the barracks, then attack.
The king of all the jungle just starts to cry. He's my whiskey. Leaves are drowning. What's coming?
The National Revolution has begun.
In November 1923, Hitler began his revolutionary behavior with his coup, the Beer Hall Putsch. It was his first major revolt against Germany's Weimar Republic, but it ultimately failed and resulted in Hitler's imprisonment. While imprisoned, Hitler wrote his autobiography, Mein Kampf. In this, he expressed his fascist beliefs and reasons for initiating his coup, and also a strong sense of anti-Semitism. Saying things like, the Nazi Party should not become a constable of the public opinion, but must dominate it. It must not become a servant of the masses, but their master. And, I believe that I am acting in accordance with the will of the Almighty Creator. By defending myself against the Jew, I am fighting for the work of the Lord. The rise. Once released from prison, Hitler switched his strategy. He realized that his ideas would only happen within the government by taking power legally. So in 1931, Hitler ran for president against Paul von Hindenburg and loses. However, in 1933, against his best wishes, President Hindenburg reluctantly appointed Hitler as his chancellor due to Hitler's growing support and political ability.
Einmal in seinem Leben wird der Soldat meist allein in Ehren offen genannt.
When President von Hindenburg died in 1934, Hitler merged his responsibility with Hindenburg's, thereby giving him full control of the German government. Once in power, Hitler removed all things Weimar by getting rid of all the symbols of the Weimar Republic and all opposing political officials and parties. He re-established the Imperial German flag and installed the now infamous swastika flag. Hitler was the financial messiah for Germany, bringing the nation out of the Great Depression by using deficit spending to create many public work projects. This created 1.7 million jobs the first year, and the average wage per hour and per week both began to rise. The peak of the Third Reich. Hitler slowly began to prepare for war, first pulling out of the League of Nations, and then building up the German army, navy, and air force. He then retook the demilitarized Rhineland in violation of the Versailles Treaty. Hitler then allied with Italy and Benito Mussolini, and Japan with Yosuke Matsuoka. Germany also annexed the Sudetenland in 1938, a mostly German part of Czechoslovakia. 6 months later, he violated yet another treaty and took the rest of Czechoslovakia. Germany then invaded Poland in 1939. This was the beginning of World War II. The Third Reich is known for their massive campaigns against the Jews. Arguably, one of the worst acts ever committed to a group of humans, the Holocaust is one of the most cruel happenings of this period, and of all time. The Nazis slowly stripped the Jews of their basic liberties. This has culminated in the Nuremberg Laws of 1935. There are a couple of reasons why the Third Reich of Germany fell. First, the policy of never retreat. Hitler believed that the determination of his soldiers would be honored in the battlefield. Without giving much heed to the reality, his soldiers were only commanded to move forward and never retreat. Second, the United States of America. During 1941, Japan attacked the U.S. at Pearl Harbor, making America's entry in World War II. As a promise to Japan, Hitler also announced war on America, but just the way it underestimated the British and also the Russians, he thought that America was incapable of beating Germany. And what happened after proved him wrong. Lastly, Stalingrad. One of the bloodiest battles ever fought in the history of warfare, the Battle of Stalingrad became the main decider of Germany's position in World War II. Hitler lost the war as heavy loss of manpower, standing somewhere around 2 million, was something from which Germany was not able to fully recover from, and hence they awaited further defeat.
What's it like in Germany?
Must be terrible.
Well, they asked for it, they got it.
Yes, but you can't let them starve.
I don't know about that. I got a son out there. As far as I can see, it'd be a good thing if some of them did die.
Germany lost World War II. Their economy fell. The Nazis were put on trial, and the Third Reich ended. Thank you for watching our brief overview of the Third Reich of Germany.